Good evening, everybody. I hope this is working. I'm trying something out a little newer tonight as a way to get around me being able to see the comments that people are leaving whilst I'm doing these scopes on my iPhone. I'm actually syncing my iPhone to my Mac, which is behind the iPhone, and it looks like it's working. I can see these people coming in and I can actually read the comments, so bonus. I was using my iPad to scope on the first time, and the quality of the camera is just nowhere near as good, so hopefully this is alright and it's not affecting my Wi-Fi connection. Let me know by sending some comments in if the video is jumping around or is pausing or anything like that. It looks like it's alright from where I am, but let me know. I'll just wait for some people to come on. I can see people joining right now. So good evening, my name is Ross, for people who don't know me. I'm an actor and a voiceover artist from Manchester in the UK. I am crazy on mindset and thoughtfulness, mindfulness, positive psychology. How's it going? Yeah, Archie's here. See, I can see the comments now, Archie, on the big screen, which is cool. And tonight I want to talk about focus. Okay, because focus is something that I'm really kind of passionate about, because I think it's something that a lot of people struggle with and find difficult. I love English voice. Thank you very much. I'll keep talking then. But yeah, focus is something that's is quite difficult for a lot of people, and I think it's because people try and spread their focus far too thin. I saw an acronym for focus a couple of years ago which changed my entire outlook on it, and that was that focus stands for follow one course until successful. So focus, follow one course until successful. So I want to talk a little bit about that because it applies to my life so much right now. I've got a lot of things kind of going on in my life. I run, hello to Tommy. How are you doing, Tommy? I still got to get pretty close, to be honest, but the comments are a little bit bigger on my screen there. Yeah, the focus is kind of in my life right now. I run a lot of websites. I'm an actor myself. I'm a voiceover artist. I run voiceover websites for Hey Gemma, for the voiceover and acting community here in the UK and in the US. Though, if you want to get involved, get yourself over. It's actonthis.tv. And I have my own acting career, I have my own voiceover career. I have my own social life, obviously, family, loads of stuff going on, and I often find that my focus is spread quite thinly, so it's quite difficult to to get one thing done, really. So you've really got to kind of focus in on that one thing that you want to get done and keep working on that until it's complete before you move on to the next. One way that I have found is a really good tactic to do that is by setting things called SMART goals. Now, these are quite common. I don't know if people are aware of these already and kind of use this. SMART stands for specific, actionable, measurable, specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-bound. I like to use S.M.A.R.T.E.R goals, which also add on an E and an R, which stands for exciting and relevant as well. So the first thing is specific. You've got to be specific on the goals that you want, and that doesn't mean, a lot of people, when I ask them, well, what do you want to do this year, and they'll go, well, I want to earn more money, and you go, right, well, that is not specific enough. Let me just give you £5. There you go, you've earned more money. You need to be really specific in what you want. So you may say, okay, well, I want to earn an extra £5,000 by the 31st of July, or or just what that date is. You've got to be really specific to begin with. So be specific. Your goal has to be measurable. Okay, so that would be something like people working out in the gym. You might go, right, well, this week I can bench 80 kilograms on the chest press. So actually within the next 4 weeks, I want to be able to bench 90 kilograms. Now that's measurable. Okay, just saying things like I said before, like going, I want to earn more money. Well, yeah, that is measurable, but it's not specific enough. Or I want to be more successful. Well, how do you measure success? It's got to be specific and measurable to start with. A is actionable, so that's something that you can actually kind of action, straight away. That will give you momentum to keep going. That might be just something simple to get your momentum going, like sending an email or making a phone call. So we've got specific, measurable, actionable, realistic. Now that doesn't mean limiting your beliefs at all. That just means that, me saying, well, actually my goal is going to be a Formula 1 driver. or a professional footballer. At 33 years old, that's pretty slim. I don't think that's really going to happen. It's probably not that realistic. So we do have to be realistic with our goals, but don't put a glass ceiling on your vision and the outcomes that you want. Absolutely strive for greatness. You know, no one got anywhere, being too realistic. There's examples of people being really unrealistic. I mean, just think, right? I'm in a room now. I can go over to the room, in the corner of the room, and I can flick a switch, and a light can come on. Okay, now that is massively unrealistic. When you think about that, for Alexander, who was the guy? Not Alexander Bell. He did the phone. Who was the guy who did Edison? Thomas Edison did a light bulb, of course. Cheers, Archie. He said awesome advice. So yeah, Thomas Edison, he didn't think that was unrealistic. It's massively unrealistic for me to think that I can shape a piece of metal into like a tube, stick a couple of wings on it, put 300 people on it and fly them to the other side of the world, okay? But the Wright brothers, who came up with aviation and sort of flying the first aircraft, they didn't think that was unrealistic. So you've got to be realistic to a certain degree. Like I say, I'm not going to be a professional footballer or a Formula 1 driver at my age, but definitely don't put a cap on that realism. So that's we've got specific, measurable, actionable, realistic. The most important thing, this is the thing that I think is the key to it all, is time bound. So T stands for time bound, okay, and that is going to keep you accountable. So you will say, right, I want to set this goal, I want to be specific, so I want to earn an extra £5,000, an extra £50,000, $100,000, wherever you are in the world, by such and such a date, 30th of September 2015. You're being specific, measurable, actionable, maybe realistic, depending on what business you're going into, but it's time bound. So you aren't going to go, well, you know what, I want to write a book just one day, and then years and years and years go by and you go, I've still not written that book. Set yourself time bound goals and you've got so much more chance of achieving them. Now the two that I add on the end, so it's not just a SMART goal, a S.M.A.R.T.E.R goal, is I say it's got to be, hey, Hosjaf? Don't I say your name, man? But hey, I said it's got to be exciting. That's such a key. There's no point in setting goals or outcomes for yourself that just aren't exciting. It's not going to compel you to do them. And the last one is relevant. Okay, so the R stands for relevant. So relevant in your life right now. Say hello to Russia, please. Hello to Russia. Amazing. So yeah, relevance means just relevant for the period of life that you are in right now. I have a goal to go. I want a family one day. It's not really that relevant in my life just yet, so it's not something that I'm going to use my focus on. I'm not going to follow one course until successful to get that just yet, unless some amazing woman just walks into my life tomorrow, in which case I might reassess. So that's the S.M.A.R.T.E.R acronym, guys. So what you want to do if you want to kind of set these goals out is you go, right, okay, I'm gonna make these goals that are specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, time bound, exciting and relevant. And then you go, okay, well, how do I start actioning these? It's dead simple. First of all, the key to it is you need to know your why. So you need to know a compelling reason why you want to achieve this goal or this outcome. Okay, and generally speaking, the first thing that pops into your head will not be the real reason why you want that thing. It will be the intellectual reason why you want that thing, and it might be the reason that you think other people want to hear when they say, okay, so why do you want to be a really successful actor? Why do you want to, why do you want to have huge success in the acting industry? Loads of actors say to me, oh, well, I really want to make an impact on the world, and I want to, do thought-provoking stuff. I want you to say girlfriend next. Ja, doll boy, I debil. That's probably, I'm probably swearing in Russian. But yeah, what was I saying? You've sent me off on a crazy one now with the Russian stuff. Yeah, a lot of people. What was I saying? A lot of people don't initially kind of go after their goals because they don't know why they really want to do it. So when you ask yourself why, and a lot of actors will say to me, focus, Ross, I'm being told. A lot of people will say, oh, well, I really want to do it because I want to make an impact on the world and I want to influence people and be thought-provoking and all this kind of stuff. It's not the real reason why they want to do it. I go through in Bulletproof Actor, my upcoming mindset course, which is due out in October. For people who want to get involved, get to bulletproofactor.com. And I do an exercise called 7 Levels Deep, where you basically say, you ask yourself why you want that goal 7 times. Hey, Nina, how you doing? So you ask yourself why you want that goal 7 times. So you'll come out with your first intellectual answer, no doubt, that you kind of convince yourself why you want that goal. And you go, okay, well, if that is your first reason, why is that important for you? And then you'll come up with your second reason. You go, okay, well, why is that important for you? And generally, the first 4 that you will tell yourself are really just surface level answers of why you want to achieve that goal. It's not until you get to level 3, 2, and 1, so when you've asked yourself, 5, 6, and 7 times, that you'll really find that super compelling reason for why you really want it. And you'll probably find out a lot about yourself. It might be based on a past experience, something that maybe you've experienced in the past that you don't want other people to experience. So you want to help people through your goals and achievements that way. But generally, when you ask yourself why you want something, the first answer you come up with probably isn't really the real answer of why you want it. So ask yourself over and over. If your first answer is, I want to help people, you go, okay, well, why is it important for you to help people? Well, because I don't want to see people suffering. Okay, well, why is it important that you don't want to see people suffering? Well, it's because I've been through a lot of suffering in my life, and I want to help people, not experience that. Oh, okay, so why is it important for other people not to experience what you went through? And then you'll start coming to some really compelling reasons, which will be the things that get you through those areas in your life when you're out to achieve this goal, where it all gets messy and it starts getting very hard and you start resenting it and start going, I don't want to do it anymore, I just want to give up. That initial answer that you give about helping people is not going to be enough to get you through those points. It's only when you get to those compelling reasons that really mean something to you and generally, have an emotional connection with you. A lot of people get quite emotional when they get to like 3, 2, and 1 because they start really tapping into stuff that's happened to them in the past and why they really want to achieve their goals these days. So think about that and then just start taking action. That's the key thing. So you've got your SMART goals written down. You've then decided why you want to achieve those SMART goals, and then all you need, it's dead simple, is the first step. A lot of people won't commit to their goals and their dreams and outcomes that they want to achieve because they can't see the end result. So they can't see 10 or 12 steps ahead of them. And it just stops them from taking any action at all. And it's nonsense. You only need to see the first step. That is it. You don't need to see anything else. Imagine you are on like a pitch black staircase, okay? And you are stood on a step. And that step you're on just lights up enough so that you can see the next step. You can't see any further than that, and it's none of your business. You don't need to see any further than that. When you step onto that next step, that lights up just enough to see the next step, and so on and so on and so on until you reach the top of that staircase. And that is what will happen. Don't worry about not being able to see 12, 15 steps ahead. You only need to see 1 step ahead, and that first step might be so simple, like making a phone call, sending an email, something like that. And that's something that you can do today, literally tonight, right now. If you have a SMART goal in your mind that you've been thinking about whilst I've been talking, that you can write down, give yourself that why of why you want to achieve it, and then just think of what is the first step, because that's going to get that momentum going and get the ball rolling. Then tomorrow when you wake up, you might be waiting for a reply back from an email or a follow-up from a phone call or something like that. And then you will then know what your second step's going to be, depending on the outcome of that first one. But that's all you ever need to know. 1 step at a time. You don't need to know 3, 4, 5, 6 steps at a time. Don't let that stop you from taking massive action. It's the only way that you are going to achieve that outcome, achieve that goal, and fulfill your why. And you must have that why. People say when you lose your why, you lose your way. I completely agree with that. So that's about it, guys, really. It's kind of just what I wanted to say. Focus, really. Follow one course until successful. Don't worry about, starting 6, 7 projects or whatever. Just come up with a couple of SMART goals, those compelling reasons why you want to achieve them, and then take it 1 step at a time in order to go out there and achieve. If you agree with that, give me some hearts. Let me see some hearts coming up on here. All you need to do is give hearts, by the way, guys. People new at Periscope, tap the screen. You can give something like 500 hearts out during any one broadcast. Keep tapping. You can tap as I'm not losing my why. Good, Susan. Don't lose your why. Archie, awesome. Thank you. But yeah, keep always focusing on why you want stuff, and it's got to be compelling. People trundle through life not really knowing why they want stuff, and it's just not enough to keep them going. So when they get into that messy middle period, they give up, or it just all gets a little bit too much for them. They become overwhelmed, and they don't have a reason that's compelling enough to get through that. So always know your why, and you'll always know your way. For those who are joining me for the first time, follow me. I do these broadcasts nightly. A lot of the stuff I'm doing at the moment, we're talking about positive psychology, motivation, productivity, how you can kind of get more out of your life, achieve the career that you want. I'm an actor, and a lot of actors follow me, so we talk about that sometimes as well, specifically to the acting industry. But if you swipe left to right, I think, on your screen, you'll see my profile, and you can click follow, and then you'll be notified for every broadcast that I do from here on out. If you want to join the communities that I'm involved with and that I run, if you're an actor, go to actonthis.tv. You can also check out bulletproofactor.com to get your exclusive invite to the first mindset and confidence course that I am releasing at the end of this month, early October. So check that out. And if you're into voiceover, then cheers, Susan. If you're into voiceover, check out F.O.C.U.S.com if you're in the UK. I do some professional voiceover training workshops. I do a lot of voiceover myself. I just did an awesome animation today, guys, that will be out soon. I don't think I'm allowed to say the name of it, but it's just a 10-minute short. But it looks like a Disney Pixar animation. It's amazing. I can't wait to show everybody. But that's been pretty amazing to voice. So until next time, I'll be back on live tomorrow, around about 10 o'clock as well, here in the UK. And then I was thinking, Friday or Saturday, I have no life. I don't even go out on Friday night anymore. Archie has been on a voiceover workshop. Yeah, Archie was great. You're going to be awesome in the studio, Archie. Come and see us in London. Nina, we'll definitely get out of London again, for sure. But yeah, check out those websites. And then I was thinking Friday, maybe Saturday, we might just come on with not a general topic in mind, but we just, people can just ask questions, and we can just talk about kind of mindset and productivity and positive psychology and motivation a little bit more generally. And I'm going to try and get some guests as well who will come on and sit next to me, or I might go with them. I don't know if they'll travel here, but I know a lot of people, a lot of influencers in this industry on mindset and stuff that would probably love to talk to you guys as well. So I will try and arrange that. Thank you so much for watching. It's getting pretty late now. Get to bed. Get your SMART goals down. One thing as well, check out, there's a tool that I've started using. It's really good. It's called Workflowy. WORKFLOY.com. Workflowy.com. I think it's still free to sign up. It's a great kind of listing tool for you to, you can use it on your computer, you can use it on your iPad as well, and your iPhone, it all syncs together. For you to kind of keep things organized, particularly your goals. And you can create lists, bullet points, and drill down into them. It's a really nice way to kind of organize stuff and keep on track with where you are up to. So check out workflowy.com for that. I'm in no way affiliated, but I really like their product, so I've been using it. It's really cool. Till tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with more Periscope soon. Bye for now.